I wanted to open up the Redneck Gourmet Show to stories I hadn't found through research or acquaintances, so the idea for the wildcard episode was born. I posted on social media requesting that people submit their story and a recipe to be considered for an episode of the show. Although we had many amazing responses, we chose Moms for Real Food Initiative as our winners. Today we're heading to Didsbury, Alberta to talk real food, real life, and real friendship. Hey ladies, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, congratulations on being our wildcard episode winner.
Thank you so much.
So excited.
I'm so excited to be here.
Come on in, we'll have some tea.
Sounds good.
Good.
Hi, I'm Jade, Director of Humblebee Design and Marketing. Websites don't have to be painful. Our process is simple, sweet, and smooth with a focus on long-lasting relationships. Check us out at humblebeedesign.com.
Moms for Real Food Initiative. Now, I know you're best friends because I spoke with you in the pre-interview. Intrigues me, how does a friendship become a movement and an initiative? So how did you meet? Did it start when?
When our oldest, well, my oldest and Tracy's youngest were in preschool together, our boys became pretty good friends. And during kindergarten, they were in the same class. We just became very fast friends.
Yep.
So meant to be one of those soulmate cliques?
Yeah, one of those, you start talking to someone and it's like you've always known them, and found out very quickly that we had a lot in common when it came to our pasts and our families and how we were raised, and it was just, instant click.
I'm curious, what started this initiative? Like, I know there were some health issues, and I'd like to touch on that, but what got you angry enough to stand up and look at changing your lifestyles?
For me, it was a lot of watching other kids come to school and they have Lunchables and they have all this pre-made food, and you see how spun these kids get. And they are not a joy to be around because they're jacked on sugar and then they crash. And watching that and my kids wanting the same thing that they're eating, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
These parents have no idea where to even start to make a lunch.
Yeah. And I think it's just, you buy into the convenience of it, and it's easy to do because it's easy to get. But for me, it was, my oldest was diagnosed with ADHD at a very young age, and I just wasn't happy with this diagnosis of, that's it, this is your life, and you can't change it except with medication. So I did a lot of research, and I know Keri did a lot of research for her kids too. And you just learn that there is more out there. It's just kind of a misconception that you can't change some of these diseases without medication.
Okay, so your oldest son was diagnosed, ADHD.
Yep.
Did you embark on a journey almost immediately?
It took me a couple of years, kind of living the lifestyle and just getting really frustrated with my poor child is not happy. This is not good, and how can we change this? And then I started to do the research and realized that if I cut out the processed foods and the dyes and the excess sugars and excess salts, and within 5 years he had made a complete turnaround, so I knew there was more to it.
Complete turnaround, do you mean no more pharmaceuticals?
No more pharmaceuticals. And when he was, I believe he was 17, still in high school, they retested him. And the psychiatrist couldn't believe that he had been diagnosed with this disease. And when I told him what we were doing, he goes, yeah, you pretty much nailed it.
So it didn't surprise the doctor?
Didn't surprise him at all. Yep.
Seriously?
Yep.
This sounds like a fringe secret, or one of the best kept secrets, because we're in no way saying that someone who's been diagnosed should go off their meds.
Absolutely.
But we're saying that for you in your journey,
Exactly.
this worked and got your child off medication.
Clothes Sup and Personal is a ladies' consignment boutique that specializes in clothing sizes of 12 and over. We also carry shoes, purses, and accessories in all sizes, with over 1,000 items arriving weekly.
And now, how about you? Were there health issues in your family?
Oh yeah. When my oldest was about 2.5, he would wake up at 11 o'clock every night and scream until 4 in the morning. It was like he was colicky, like a colicky baby, but he was in so much pain we had no idea what to do or what was happening. And then all of a sudden a light bulb clicked and I was like, it must be gluten. So I took him to the pediatrician. They did the blood test, which is always fun on a 2-year-old.
Right.
And then she's like, yeah, he's gluten intolerant. Continue what you're doing. She's like, if you want to get a positive results on the biopsy that they have to do, he has to eat gluten for 3 months straight. For the celiac disease test, if you don't have any gluten in your system, your body's not reacting.
Okay.
So in order to get that positive result, you have to eat the gluten or else you can get a false negative. And he was also having, like, his growth was stunted. From when he was 2 and in 6 months, it was like he wasn't growing tall, and we are a tall family. So for him to not grow like he should be on the curve that he was on when he was younger was shocking. And then as soon as we took him off the gluten, he shot up 4 inches.
You took it upon yourself, took initiative, and changed the diet. And what was the difference in your, aside from the growth?
Aside from the growth, he was a lot more level. Like he'll spike really bad and crash when he's on gluten, while on like processed foods, he spikes and crashes really bad. It's like sugar. And when he's on homemade food, like the real food, he has this like level, consistent energy. It's not highs and lows and highs and lows. It's not a roller coaster every day.
Wow.
So his behavior even adjusted. He was a lot calmer. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So you two start talking, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
and you both see these connections. And then what? You're angry and you've had enough?
Yeah.
Well, and when you start talking to other parents and you start seeing parallels, you know, you talk to parents and they go, well, you know, my child is XYZ behavior.
Yeah.
And you start thinking, oh, well, that's the way my child was too. And so you start to realize that there are moms who they don't think they have an alternative. And it grew, it blossomed, and so many more moms came and like, this is so great, I'm so glad you're posting all this, and I'm so glad you have this information. So it became its own thing all by itself.
So now your kids are out of the woods, so this is actually out of a desire to help other mothers
Absolutely.
not go through what you did.
Absolutely, yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
Chinook Driving Academy teaches new drivers to drive defensively and safely. This includes proper visual habits, time and space management, and collision avoidance techniques. Serving Calgary and area since 1958.
I'm definitely a big fan of supporting our own communities and our province
And
and
know
country.
your farmer, because even if they're not growing certified organic, they could be using the organic principles. Because to certify as organic, it's a huge cost.
Really?
Yeah.
Massive.
It is.
Massive cost, and it's a lot of bookkeeping that a lot of people won't do.
Yeah.
But if you know your farmer and you know how they grow and their principles align with yours, then suddenly it opens up a whole world for you.
And so
I had
many,
no idea.
Oh yeah, and so many farmers are so happy to have you out.
Yeah.
Like we
Or
just
to
finished
talk to you.
having the Open Farmer Days in Alberta,
Okay.
where they literally have tours of the local farms that you can just go with your family, go
Really?
see how they do things, talk to them about what they grow and what they produce, and it's
Show your
it's
kids.
fabulous. Yeah.
This is where your food comes from.
Yeah.
Because so many kids think, oh, well, we go to the grocery store, the food comes from the grocery store, but they don't know how it gets there.
Or I'm thinking they think it comes from the takeout window.
Right,
Right.
or the takeout window, yeah.
So actually, this is actually blowing my mind right here. It may not look it, but inside my mind, it's gone kaboom.
It's going.
So what you're saying is when it's local and when I can get in touch with the farmer, certified organic may not be what I have to look for?
Right.
Right.
Just talk to them.
Now right there is a big,
Yeah.
well, mind bender for
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Ask them their principles. What do you use? What do you plant?
Yep.
How do you grow it? Like most of the farms, like especially cattle, most local farmers they're not stuffed into a big feedlot. They're on the grass, they're doing cow things, they're eating, and
Yep.
And they look pretty happy
they
to
look
me.
pretty happy.
Yeah, they sure do.
if you don't want to get the store bought that you have no idea, I know farmers that have named their animals. And this
Right.
is Betsy, and she's given us 1, 2, 3, 4 offspring, and this is how big they got, and this is what they, and they have the whole life story from the one cow.
So it's actually respect and about the circle of life.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
See, I'm good with that as a carnivore.
Yeah.
But I'm far more comfortable with that than wondering what country it came from.
Yeah.
Well, and have you walked into a grocery store and it doesn't smell like food? It
Yes.
smells so sterile. Have you been to the farmer's market and all you can smell is the food? You can smell the dirt. You can smell the carrots. The carrots have smell. For me especially, that's the biggest thing for me, is local.
You know, that is an astute observation. And now that I hear it, I know the truth of it because I go to the farmers markets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it never clicked.
And now you understand Moms for Real Food Initiative.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. You tell somebody something that they maybe didn't know before, and you see that little light bulb go on. It's like, yay, we've done it.
It works.
Actually, I'm getting a little emotional because in my mind, what's going through my mind is our hardworking farmers and our country and our economy right now.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't we be sowing seeds into the earth of our country?
Yeah. Yeah.
growing
It's,
it. Wow.
it's the Alberta Circle of Life.
I'm a bachelor.
Yeah.
Okay, and I am not, the healthiest eater. Some of these curves are not genetic. So when I think about eating healthy, and I do try in my own limited way, based on my own limited knowledge, which I'm sure is the case for many people out there. When I think about turning it around and eating healthy and going for it, I think I'm going to spend a life chained in my kitchen. I'm never going to eat anything with any taste again. And I start reading labels and then nothing, I don't want anything. So is that myth?
You don't have to, throw away everything out of your pantry and your refrigerator. Take 1 or 2 things and switch them up. So instead of buying, the typical white bread, buy an organic bread. Instead of buying regular bananas, buy the organic bananas. And just do that for a while. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be all at once. You don't have to have this mentality that it's going to be stressful. Because that's how we did it. We didn't do it all overnight. It's a learning curve.
Okay, and a source locally, is that a big part of Moms for Real Food?
Absolutely.
definitely.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
that.
that's a huge part.
So you're about supporting local.
Absolutely.
Actually, 5 up on that, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to show me today that healthy food can taste really good?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah, we're even going full-blown good stuff by doing vegetarian.
Yeah. So not tasteless, vegetarian, and it's not just a salad.
Well, why don't we check it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jameswood Homes will work with clients taking personal design ideas from paper into the real world. Jameswood Homes for new construction and renovations.
So ladies, we got our hair up, we got our aprons on, and you have promised to wow me with this vegetarian healthy meal is what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you tell me what we're going to be having for dinner today?
So half of supper is going to be a homemade egg tart. Not to be confused with us being tarts. An egg tart.
But what's going on in this? Because I see you've got little battle stations around the kitchen here.
Yeah.
So what is this battle station?
This one's pastry. So we're going to make our own pie crust using Grandma's pie crust recipe.
From scratch?
From scratch. With vinegar. It's so weird, but it's so good. Yeah. It's the only pie crust I'll actually eat.
Okay, so what's the next station?
So the next station is the stuff for all of our tart. So we have onions and mustard, rosemary from her garden. Yes. We have a Gouda cheese, some peppers, spinach, butter, some flour, milk, and that's basically it.
Okay.
It's so easy.
Now I see another station. I'm assuming this is you, Tracy?
Yeah, this is me. So I'm going to do what I call the side trifecta.
The side trifecta,
Yes,
and what's
it is
that?
the Tasty Taters by Tracy. Potatoes from my garden,
Okay.
beets from my garden,
Nice.
and we basically just roast them up, cut them up, roast them up in some olive oil, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, onions and garlic.
Nice.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's so tasty.
So we'll start over here with the custard because
Okay.
with the pastry crust because it takes a bit longer.
What? Wait a second. Why are you pulling out a decorative egg?
Oh, it's not decorative. This was laid this morning, actually, in the backyard.
A blue egg.
A blue egg.
These are eggs, like
Yeah,
real eggs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's all different sizes.
First, why is the egg blue?
We have Americana chickens, so they lay a blue egg. Yeah.
How come I never see that in the grocery store?
Because they think they're not right. People think that white is normal,
Okay.
brown is healthy, when all it is an egg. It's all the same. Like, there's no difference.
Why do you have eggs in a chicken basket and not in the fridge?
Well, when a chicken lays an egg, it lays a protective bloom over it.
Yeah.
And so nothing can get into it and permeate the chick that's supposed to be hatched. In commercial grocery stores, we have eggs and all of our eggs are washed.
I've never seen an egg not kept in a fridge, not white or brown.
Right, North America, we're the only ones that refrigerate eggs because we're the only ones that wash them. In Europe, they have them in big, like, mountains in the store. Egg doesn't need to be refrigerated unless it's washed. Because as soon as it's washed, all the pores open up. And that's when you get bacteria into your egg.
Serena Salon and Spa in Beddington Town Center, specializing in both men's and women's hair and styling services. Serving Calgarians since 2002. Open 7 days a week. Ladies, wow, this is beautiful, elegant, and it looks scrumptious even though I haven't tasted it yet. I can't believe how beautiful this is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we cheers?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yay.
Here's to Moms for Real Food Initiative, the Redneck Gourmet, and new friends. Now, do you ladies eat together a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Frequently, yes.
Frequently, yes. So it's actually been not only a friendship, not only a nonprofit initiative, and an awareness campaign.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It's become journeying in life together, co-journeying.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It kind of takes me back to what life and community and family used to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
When neighbors were friends and part of each other's families.
Exactly. We take care of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really do.
You know, that's beautiful. And
Yeah.
not only with the food, and I'm not saying this because we're on television, I'm saying this straight up. There's a lot of people that can learn from the choices you've made in your lives and the way you do life.
Well, that's what we hope. I mean,
Yeah.
if we can even help one family just to make a few changes.
And just to connect.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's-
Okay.
Prepared to be amazed.
Okay, I challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Your potatoes are always good, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see?
Oh, ladies, what a day. Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, where'd you go? Come here, can I have a hug? Can I have a little hug? Okay.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Meeting Keri and Tracy challenged me to take a look at what I am eating and reconsider beliefs I had regarding food which may not in fact be true. I applaud anyone who stands up for what they believe in, and especially those who fight the fight to raise awareness in order to benefit others. Although I have no children of my own, if I did, I would want to at least be informed about what reactions different foods could cause to not only their health, but their state of mind. I walked in to interview 2 women who contacted me on social media. I walked away saying goodbye to 2 women I grew to admire.